Assalamu alaikum, this is your brother Raef, and you're watching Ask Raef, where you ask the questions and I try my best to answer them. Tahir from Tajikistan wants to know, what book had an impact on your life? Aside from the Quran, of course, the autobiography of Malcolm X had an incredible impact on my life. I read it when I was 17 and I read it multiple times after that. If you haven't read it, pick it up and read it. Two questions about the same thing. Ali Salim from Yemen asks, tell me about your life growing up. And Fatima from Syria asks, can you please tell us about your childhood? Sure, I'd love to. Both my parents came from Egypt to study engineering here in the Washington, D.C. area. My mom is a chemical engineer. My father is an electrical engineer. And so growing up, I had a wonderful childhood, alhamdulillah. And I thank Allah for giving me parents who allowed me to have an awesome childhood. I grew up doing a lot of outdoorsy things. I also played a lot of video games, which is the opposite of outdoor things, but I did a lot of that. Alhamdulillah, I had a happy childhood, and yeah, I had a great one. Ali from Malaysia asks, what are your hobbies? I like to go hiking, I like to kayak, and I love RTS video games, real-time strategy video games like Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne and StarCraft. I really enjoy playing those games. Dua Wa'il says, Assalamu alaikum, can you tell us about your family? Wish you all the best. Alaikum assalam. Thanks, and I would love to tell you about my family. I have an awesome mom and a wonderful dad, two wonderful sisters, and an amazing brother. I'm the second child. I've been married now for a few years, alhamdulillah, no children. And I used to have two fish, Talat and Singawi, and they both died, so that's my family. Amy from Brazil wants to know, what is your favorite saying of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him? My favorite saying from Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is, even a smile can be charity. So even if you were to smile to someone, that can be considered charity if you have the right intention. And that just goes to show you how simple our faith is, how simple and beautiful our deen is, that even something as small as smiling to someone can be considered charity. That's my favorite saying. Rafa Blueberry asks, can you say haircut? I love your accent on that word. Okay, haircut. I need a haircut. Funny question. So, two questions about the same thing. Soad12158 from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia asks, Wallah, your truck is very beautiful, mashallah. How old is this car and how long has it been with you? And Saifuddin says, someone told me that you have a story behind the Dodge truck on your album cover. Is that true? If yes, come on, I love storytelling. Okay, I love storytelling too. The story is not that amazing, but I've always wanted a pickup truck so that I can carry stuff in the back. I don't know, I just like pickup trucks. So I found a pickup truck for sale online, a really old one. My model is a 1989 model, which is like, I don't know, 25 years or 24 years old. And when I got it, it was barely working. I got it for really cheap. And then I spent a couple weeks fixing it up. And now it barely works. I can't drive it for more than 45 minutes because then it starts smoking up. But I drive it for short distances to carry my kayaks around or when I want to help someone move their stuff. So that's the story of my awesome truck. Anna from Brunei asks, who is your inspiration? Great question. I think aside from Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, who is an inspiration to millions of people around the world, I think I find a lot of inspiration in people who have very little but are very happy with what they have, or people who are struggling with something and they're able to overcome it with the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's something that I find incredibly inspiring, and I can learn a lot from that. Ben from California asks, what is something about you that not many people know? I'm dyslexic, which means I have dyslexia, which means I have a reading disorder. And I struggled with this growing up and in college and as a software engineer. And I still struggle with it today, but I've learned to live with it. So, Abdul Fattah asks, did you always want to become a musician? And the answer is no, I didn't always want to become a musician or singer or songwriter. I I was actually a software engineer for some time, but that only lasted for about a year. And then after that, I started teaching, and I wanted to teach because I wanted a more direct way of connecting with people. I found a lot of joy in teaching. I enjoyed it so much, but I didn't always want to become a musician. It wasn't like my lifelong dream or anything. It just sort of happened, and alhamdulillah that it did. Siham from Palestine asks, please tell us what's the secret behind your mushroom toadstool thing. Okay, so here it is, my mushroom toadstool thing. There's no secret behind it. I know it's in a few of my videos, but it used to have candy in it a while ago. My sister gave it to me as a gift, and I just kind of like how it looks, and I used to play, and I still do play Super Mario Brothers. And right now I just keep my guitar picks in it. So whenever I travel, I just keep my guitar picks in it, and it holds my guitar picks. So there's no, oh, fell over the floor, that's okay. There's no secret behind it. It's just something cool that I like to keep along with me. So yeah, that's my Toadstool. Thanks for watching Ask Raef, and looking forward to answering more of your questions. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, this is your brother Raef, and welcome to my official YouTube channel. Connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and for more up-to-date videos, don't forget to subscribe.